just waiting for people to come on, and then I'll start chatting. Just sat in the woods currently. So we'll just keep it running until people get here. People know that there was a live scheduled. Certainly if you watch my premiere, it told you about it in that as well. Can see somebody in the room now. Thank you very much for the like, really appreciate it. Just enjoying the peace of nature, the crows and the wood pigeons. And the sounds of woodland life. Morning, Julia. Hope you're okay. Sorry, I read that wrong. Lulia. So I'm just in a woodland, and this could be a general chit chat. I do it live every Thursday this time. We're just going to enjoy a bit of nature, peace and tranquility. Yep, I'm not doing too bad, thank you. So, glad you're doing okay. And welcome to the channel. So I can see 3 here now. Thank you very much. Good morning, Kat and Jack. Hope you're well. So I've come to one of my meditation areas. It's a noisy area, but a peaceful area. And we've got an ancient stream creek down there. There's plant fossils that's 180 million years old in there. I found plenty of those. I've got some at home. Then we've got this hill here. That's an ancient rubbish pit from the 1600s. And then we've got down here, that is a dried up stream, and that one was actually a mine in the 1600s. Hey Mark, good to see you. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Not too bad, mate, not too bad. Few problems with my feet and kidney stones, but I'm getting there. You know, I started doing the lives about a month and a half ago. So it's just something that I'd like to do. So yeah, here we are. We've got this natural back support on this fallen tree. And all that there, the big old tree, is one of my meditation zones. Good morning, Karen. Hope you're well. My foot's slowly healing. It's going to take some time. It's damaged ligaments, but I'm only 15 minutes from home, so it's not too far. This is one of the places I come and chill out, sit and think, and assess things through the day. Now, I do listen to the crows quite often. I actually find them peaceful, and It's just nice to let nature take its own course. So how are you all today? Are you all well? 10 people in the room, 3 likes, thank you very much. It is a peaceful area, and I'll just show you again for those new. We've got a stream down there, a creek. We've got this mound, which is an ancient rubbish pit. Hello, Squirrel Sniper. Good morning, Lucy. And then we've got down there an old mine and an old dried up water course there that led to the mine. And this tree here where I do meditations. It's a wonderful place, and it goes back at least 180 million years from the fossils in the area. So, good morning, Adam. The mine, I'm just going to say it's in Derbyshire. It's literally a Q-pit type mine. So it was a shallow cast, excavating for shale and coal at the time in the 1600s. Good morning, Adam. Nice to see you. Good morning, Bob. Hope you're all well. No, so a Q-pit mine, Adam, is literally a shallow hole dug into the ground where minerals was extracted, and then they would take them to a furnace to be smelted down, or to use as making charcoal. So if you was to stand in the mine 3.5 feet deep, 5 feet across, that's the mine. It's not a conventional mine like a big stone mine or ancient type working mine. One person would have created it on their own. So there are mines close to here which are quite deep lead mines, but I don't go in those. It's not safe to go in on your own. They go a very long way underground, and I don't like the tight confined spaces, so I just don't bother with them. Thank you for the likes, everybody. 6 likes, 10 in the room. Really appreciate it. So let's have a moment, have a listen to the nature, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, I agree, Adam. Safety always first when it comes to old structures, old mines, things like that. You just never know how safe they are. No, Adam, definitely don't need a canary in a open cast mine. But good morning, Lou. Nice to see you. Oh, you're good, Lou. I'm just glad you're here. So just showing you where I am. There's an ancient stream down there. Ancient plant fossils date to around 180 million years. I've got some of those at home, fossil leaves and ferns. And we've got a very old rubbish pit here, this mound from the 1500s. And then a shallow, in fact, I'll just show you the Q-pit mine, just so you can see it. Basically, this here is a shallow open cast Q-pit mine, and it's filled in a lot over the years, but basically you've got a tail that comes off here, and then this pit, and that would have been the basic ore that were got out of the ground. This is where I meditate here. Hi Margaret, nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Good morning Mervyn. I hope I've pronounced that right. Just scrolling through chat and I've missed some. So, welcome everybody. Good morning Shirley. Shirley's always welcome, so just so everybody knows that. Thank you very much for the likes everybody, I really appreciate it. Looks like poison ivy next to a beautiful tree. It's normal ivy, this one, but you've still got to be very careful near it. So I have noticed as well, there is a flying ant nest right next to me. So I'll keep that monitored and just see what happens with that as well. Although I don't think a lot of local people actually care about the history in the area, sadly. I have had to remove trash on the way here. 2 wrappers and 1 soda can. But you know what? It's all part of the service to help the earth. And every bit of trash removed is a bonus. So that's a good thing. At least that's going to go into a proper dustbin. So yep. Yeah, that does sound fun, Adam. It really does. There you go, Shirley. Lou says, bless you, don't worry, everything's good. So we all chat friendly in this group and support each other where we can, when we can. So that's what it's all about. Yeah, Adam, watercourses, sadly, people's dumped a lot of things. And that's part of my job, to recover things along with all the magnet fishing community out there, the litter pickers, the people that do environmental work. Absolutely love each and every one, because they're all helping the earth in a small way to get back to how it should be, nice and clean. So Lou, same temperature here. So in USA Fahrenheit, that is 72 here. And it's going to get hotter as the day goes on, and tomorrow as well. Listen to that beautiful bird singing. How peaceful. That's why I come here. When the crows go quiet and the other birds start singing. Such a magical place. Squirrel Sniper, totally agree there. And we've all got our own things that we do. But if every single person just picked up one item a day, the world would be a much better, cleaner place. And just seeing a clean place, that's going to bring a lot of blessings to people, a lot of joy. Right then folks, as we've got a few of you in here, I've got some news, and I wanted to share it with you all first. So that's what today's live's going to be about. So just so you know, before we get into that, I will actually say that if I mention in a premiere, it has to be a premiere, to go and check or write a comment, it potentially means that I'm going to be doing a giveaway. So to those people that follow the rules and drop a comment after a premiere, not during but after, and I will be writing names down of people who's in the premiere as well, so it's fair. But the people that watch the premiere will potentially be entered into the giveaways. Just an added perk that I'm bringing to all the loyal people that's spending all the time that you spend with me, and it's a sign of appreciation. So that's going to be sticker packs, model art finds, things like that. So, question, how's everybody doing? Hope you're all well. As I say, we're here just to have a general chit chat today. There's a wasp nest near me as well now. It's peaceful down there on its own. Just down there. Yeah, if I leave it alone, it should leave me alone. Thanks, Lou. I really appreciate that. It is. It's a Johnny's Corner shirt he had made for me. Maddie and Johnny made this themselves. And I got it when I was in Tennessee last May. Last year. Wow, squirrel, keep hydrated. That's going to be mega hot. Definitely a heat wave, that. And yeah, you can hear how peaceful it is. And when it's really, really warm, I like to go and sit with my feet in the stream and just literally chill out. I'll take a piece of timber and I'll carve something. I do actually use a I'm not going to show you the full thing, but a water haul, and that's what I use, which is made out of fully recycled plastics, made in Italy, and that's what I use for carving. And basically I can take timber, I can take natural stone, which is very soft, shales, and just sit and make something when I'm there. I never have an idea of what I'm going to make, but it's what I do. It brings a peace and tranquility. Oh, feet in a stream, in a creek, it's always a good idea. It's a good way to bring balance, and it clears the mind, makes you feel somewhat better as well. So Kat, highly recommend it if you get a chance. Well, squirrel, just be very careful, take your time, and things will get done when they get done. But make sure you're okay, keep hydrated, please. Definitely does, squirrel. And there's nothing better than really cold water to refresh you, especially natural water. If any of you have got any premieres coming up today, or any later lives, let me know. And those that are modded, you're more than welcome to drop your links to those particular features. Let us all know what's going on, and we'll try and be there to support you. So That's what we're going to do. Well, Adam, if you're going into that lake, be very careful. Like you say, you know there's lots of dangers and sharps in there. Good morning, Deneen. Hope you're well. Thank you for stopping in. Really appreciate that. So, let's talk about a few things that's going to be coming up. Tomorrow is Friday, so I'm going to be doing the Buxton Town Tour tomorrow. Thank you, Deneen. Much love to you. It's always good to see you, always. So, rest up and we'll chat again very soon. But you're always welcome, you know that. A cookbook. Well, if I was to find a cookbook to give away, it would have to be a pre-1951. Just because we all like the old stuff. Relics of the past, things like that. So yeah, tomorrow I'm doing the Buxton tour, Derbyshire. It used to be a ancient Roman spa town. It's where the Roman soldiers went for rest recuperation. They had temples in the area, and it was placed there because it was right between all the other settlements of the area. Milandra, which I've done a fort tour visit on. Manchester, which I'm still to do the tour. That's going to be the last of the Roman series. But I've still got Doncaster and Chester to do as well. So that particular tour is going to be split into two parts for 2 videos. So the first one is going to be a general town tour, a walk and talk on the town, the history, the things that's happened in that area. And I can show you on that particular video, but I can't tell you exactly where items of World War One and World War Two interest turned up as well. Now, that facility is not able to be accessed anymore, but I can still talk about it. It was a part of my life, so that'll be on there. And yeah, I think you'll all be shocked when you see what is actually laying in the ground around that particular town. Good morning, Tiny K. Hope you're well. But yeah, I'll be doing that. Then I'm going to be going to do the Roman tour, taking you exactly to where the Roman spas were, the bathhouses, the temples, things like that. Now, it's said that there was small encampments, tented accommodation for the Roman soldiers, and it was a stopping point on a major road, so they used it for rest and recuperation. Then they'd march on to the Milandra fort, over to Winkerbank Hill, and over to Doncaster, or they'd go across to Manchester and Chester if they was going to go into Wales or further up into the northern parts of England. And it is a place that has a lot of geology around there as well, and old caves. There's something there called Buxton diamonds, which I will show you some of. They're minerals that was mined in the Victorian times, the 1800s. And they're very rare now, but I actually own some of those. It's a place I've been to many times, Lou. You'll learn more and more as you go. I spent 2.5 years metal detecting in that area as well. so I had permissions in that area. The stuff that was found, wow, amazing. But it's going to be a fairly long video, that one, just to do the town justice. So no, Daisy May's not been in as yet. Most likely still asleep at the moment, to be honest. So let me just have a quick look at chat in case I've missed things. Thank you for the unicorn vibes, Lucy. Much appreciate it. Very dusty relics. Well, some people like that. It looks like a lost and abandoned world. So yeah. Also we're coming up to August soon, not too far away. I'm going to be doing some wild camping. I'm going to do some bushcraft, and also going to be doing a little bit of campfire cooking, just on a barbecue. Basic things. I might try and grill some fish, local trout that are being caught in the area. That's something that I want to do. Lou, I have done videos in the Chesterfield area, yes, but when I asked them about if I could film inside, the answer was no, because they've got a lot of old relics in there from the 1500s, and unfortunately in this part of the world there's been a number of thefts from churches and historical structures, so they don't allow filming in there unless you've got a special permit and 2 people with you whilst you do a walk around. They certainly don't like you filming for YouTube. So I've done town tour, showing the old buildings, things like that, but I've not done inside the church for that reason. Good morning, Starshine. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, the bushcraft is being covered. That's something I'm going to be doing. The wild camping. I've also got some more news for you. I'm also going to be taking up metal detecting again. So, due to health reasons, oh, that's really good news, Starshine. I'm glad to hear that. Keep pushing, keep going to the next goal, and keep getting to where you need to be. But yeah, due to health reasons, I've got kidney problems. Lifting anything heavy makes it very hard to do, and unfortunately on the magnet fishing it's very heavy when you're lifting things up from 10-15 meters out of the water. You've got the weight of the item, plus you've got gravitational pull on the item itself and the weight on the rope, not to mention the mud and the water on said items. And I just can't put my sides through that at the moment, and it's just not advisable to do so. So unfortunately, April, mid-April, when I was in the Netherlands, that was the very last time I cast a magnet. I will not be casting a magnet again until at least September. So to all my magnet fishing followers, there will be more, but I've got to heal first. And I know that's what you want me to do. Many of you have told me to heal, and that's what I'm going to do. but I'm going to be doing other things. Town tours, history walks, beach combing, going to churches, old ones that I can get into, doing tours of them. I'm just going to move a little bit because we've got a wasp swarm not too far away. I can hear it, and I'm now in their area, so I'm going to move away so that they're not angered too much. Just let me know if there's a still signal whilst I move through the bit of the forest, and we'll go to where the river course is. It's partially dried up now. So yeah, I think I'm going to have a sit down over here. It's quite nice here, so I'm still with you, that's a good thing. So I'm going to sit on this log, this fallen tree. This is the river, what's left of it at the moment. So that's where I am. Let's have a nice sit down. Just enjoy a bit of tranquility. So again, this is the spot where I would actually... So this is all shale stone. This is the type of stone that I'd actually gather. It's very soft and it splits easily. So I could easily make things from that as well. Small stone pendants, things like that. And I have had tree fossils and petrified wood from this area in the past. And that's been dated again to about 95 to 180 million years. There is fossil plants in there as well, in that mud. So there's quite a lot of things to do. I don't actually own a boat, Adam. When I do magnet fishing, I magnet fish from bridges, sides of rivers, sides of canals. I don't drive, I haven't got a boat, so it's always going to be hard work. I have tried winches, things like that, and it's just not possible to do with the injuries I've currently got. I'm just going to scroll through chat, make sure I've not missed much. Starshine says, thanks North, appreciate you, hope you feel better. I'll always be positive, and it's just a matter of time, you know. Things happen and it sets you back, but then you all get used to it and you heal, and that's just what time's about. Isn't that a shame, but totally understandable. I'm not being funny, but when you think about it, once upon a time we could walk into these churches always open. Yeah, I agree, Lou, and it is sad that things can't just be left. I don't see value in artifacts as such. I see them for historical significance, and if they're in the environment, unfortunately, it's trash or treasure, depending how you look at it, on a place like this. A place of natural beauty, but in winter, this is a raging river. these islands get covered over and then more things get washed onto them. So come winter time, I'll be back fossil hunting in this area. Hello. That's funny. Now, when I've got the wasp near me, obviously there's sense if you're in fear, and I just generally walk away nice and careful, and I can see them over there now as well, buzzing around. So there is a little nest over there as well. But you know what? They're not harming me. They're doing their own thing. That's what nature does. I've got a couple of unhappy crows over in the trees behind the field. They seem upset about something. But yeah, always I'll be careful, Tiny. I really appreciate that. 6 AM where you are, Bob. Wow, that's early. Right, I'm going to scroll through chat. Because Bob's in United States of America, or Pennsylvania. He's up quite early, but it's nice to see him. Now, Bob does support the community, magnet fishing, treasure hunting. He's a good person to know. Good morning, Colleen. Hope you're well. Friend of Dasher's and more. It is a beautiful spot. This is one of 15 areas that I come to, and I can sit here for hours, and it's free, you know. Nature's free. Doesn't cost anything to look after it either. Yeah, flying ants, Lou. That's another thing. They're starting to come out more and more now. Seems to be the season for those. Good morning, Rachel. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Rachel's over in United States of America. Colleen, I'd just like to let you know we're always there for you. And if anyone can, please head over and check Friend of Dasher and More's channel. Very supportive woman in the community. And I'm honoured to call her a friend. So please show her some love and give her some support if you can as well. So let's have a look. Yeah, I'm caught up on chat. So the metal detecting, there's been a change on that front. It was going to be much later in the year, but because I'm not going to be doing the magnet fishing just yet, I'm not saying I will be giving it up. I will be returning to it. I do miss it, but I will be bringing bottle digs. The watercourse mudlarking will be ending at the end of this month. Again, my foot has to heal. I have to wait for my life vest to arrive because I can't swim. So if I've got a life vest and my kidneys are good and my foot's repaired, that's when I'll go back into the waters. It is not safe to do so before that time, especially not on my own. So my next mudlark that I am planning, it's going to be this month, maybe early next month, but that's going to be a collab with mudlarking with Steve again. We're going to go to another 3 of my sites, and that'll be my sign out video on the mudlarking. As I say, I will still do the bottle digs, the history walks, a bit of bushcraft, but to replace the mudlarking itself in the rivers and the magnet fishing, I'm going to bring more rock hounding to the channel. That's beach walks, looking for rocks, going where old mines used to be. Again, just looking for rocks. Don't know if you can find any, but those can be photographed. But I think due to the local legislation, that's all you can do. You can photograph, but you can't take them home. So just something to see, something to talk about the history, and something to enjoy. So it's something that I think would be nice on the channel. Now, I know for a fact next week I'm going to be getting a metal detector. So one of my friends has sorted me out with that one. One of the guys that I actually go bottle digging with. And he enjoys the bottle digging more than he does the metal detection. So I'd like to thank him for that. And in return, I'm going to give him a list of all the sites that I know of. Derbyshire, South Yorkshire, into Nottinghamshire as well. So 40-mile radius of where he lives is going to know a lot of sites, and that means he can do the things that he loves to do as well. Now, he's not a YouTuber, he's just passionate about digging, finding history, and I say I really appreciate that. So I have got some metal detector permission sorted already, and that's going to be interesting. It's right next to an ancient Roman road. It's 1900 years in age. There was ancient burial ground on the site from 4,000 years ago, and also it was the site of where an old monastical abbey had a farm back in the 1300s. The land itself is amazing, and I think there's going to be finds on it. I really do. And then if you fast forward into time, in the 1800s, there was a horse breeding farm on there. So I'm expecting things from that. And then in 1915, 1916, the army did training in the area. And in World War II, 1939 to 1945, again, the area was used by the local defence volunteers, the Home Guard. So we don't actually know what happened during the 1914-18 war and through to the 39-45 war. It's undocumented. It's just listed that they was in the area. So it's going to be exciting to see what turns up, see what we can find. And guess what, folks? I'm going to take you all on that journey with me. So every single dig, every find, trash, treasure, useless items, bits of rubbish, it's all going to be on camera. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And some of my finds, obviously not, if I find anything treasure, that will be going in, given into the museums and processed. Thanks, Lou. Appreciate that. We're all here to support each other. We keep everybody positive and uplifted. And we just do what we do to make the world a better place. So that's what we're here for. That does sound really good, Adam. Do you know what type of stone that is? So we're in that area near Buxton. On the old permission, I did find 2 Roman coins. They dated to about 320 AD. So there could be interesting to see if there's any on this new land as well. Generally next to the Roman roads, you find very little. They were more concerned about getting to the settlements, away from the danger, away from being ambushed. And of course, in a settlement, rest, recuperation, food and drink. And it's true what they say, an army marches on its stomach. So if you run out of rations and you know your town is less than an hour, 2 hours away, you're going to hurry up to get to the town just to get the food. So I don't think there's going to be too much in the line of Roman in that area. But it's still going to be interesting. There's still going to be medieval onwards, 1300s. Let's scroll through. Highest price, non-precious. Oh, what would that be? Opal is a high price gemstone. Or turquoise. You get that over in United States, America as well. Either way, I'm sure it's really nice stone. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing the Buxton tour tomorrow. Got plenty of bottles of water, so I'm going to be very hydrated. But yes, going to definitely have to have a look at those mountain areas over there, Adam. It's actually more than turquoise. Whoa, wow. So yeah, it's going to be a mega rare, beautiful stone for sure. But yeah, going to do the tour tomorrow. Saturday, I'm going to be resting again. Sunday, processing videos. I have got a bottle dig coming up next week. That's a brand new site with my friends. So, looking forward to that one. I've been told about the site, and they've had 1880s to 1920s on that particular site. So everything's over 100 years old. So it'll have promise, and if there's no finds, at least there'll be a video, and I'll know myself what's still there or what's not there. You just never know on a dump site. 30 to 50 years of dumping, there's a lot of waste. So if you think of a small village that dumps on a weekly basis, times that by 50 years, that's a lot of waste. So a site like that would take anything up to 10 years to search. So it's always going to be a miss whether you get things or not. Now, Lou, I might have to actually write a cookbook just for you. And I'm going to call it the How to Not Cook book. And that'll be a special release of only 50 copies. The How to Not Cook book by Magnetic North Adventures. Cooking at its worst, guaranteed food poisoning. No, that's never ever going to happen. Yeah, Karen, splinter cake. No, that's definitely not for me. Oh. Yeah, Bob, cookbook from me. It's going to be very short, you know. I might be able to get your beans on toast, jacket potato, maybe even grilled trout or salmon, but that's probably about it, you know. I'm more a microwave and air fryer type person. That's what I seem to be doing at the moment, or basically snack type food, sandwiches, things like that. Things that's easy, you know. But yeah, plans do change. It's inevitable. Health and finance doesn't always stretch to where you want it to do so. But the tour is 100% happening. My mate confirmed with me today that he is actually ready and he's hoping it is tomorrow already. That'll come. Interesting. So just down here, I just spotted this. And I'm thankful that where I am there's no snakes. But doesn't that look like a snake head? And see the eye on it and where the mouth is. But it is literally just a piece of timber. That's cool. But as for travel plans, I'm mostly going to be doing just UK this year. I can't do Sweden. I don't think USA is going to be possible until at least November now. But I'm trying, you know. It takes a lot of planning, a lot of time. Sorry about that, I just slipped on the embankment. It takes a lot of time, a lot of planning. But wherever I go, whatever I do, I'll take you all along. You've all said that you actually want to join the journeys, and you're showing that. I'm over 2,450 subscribers now. So thank you to each and every one of you that's subscribed, that watch, that comment or like. It's all appreciated, and all comments are appreciated as well, on a friendly note. I do love you. I'll send you some recipes if you want. Lou's recipe of disasters. Now, Lou, I'm going to pass on the splinter cake. It's just not for me. Jack, I'll be telling you about splinter cake in the morning. It's actually quite funny. It's a really good one. Unless you want to tell the story again, Lou, and for the new people, they get to actually hear about splinter cake. It's nothing to do with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles either. How to survive without cooking. Well, there's a good secret to that one. And that is simply ask other people to cook. Or basically just go and have things that don't need cooking. Fruits and things like that. They say fruit's good for you. You bake, do you, Bob? Well, that's interesting. Baking's a skill in its own right. I'll let you know, I can't even bake either, so wow, that's pretty cool. A good diet. I don't know about that. I think they'd actually be on a I'm protesting that I need to go and get food diet. Good morning, Dorothy. Well, nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Right, so as we're all talking about cooking and the bad ways of cooking, I actually might let you into a secret that is not to be repeated. But back in the days where I was experimenting cooking, in times when, well, my cooker failed, kind of had a meltdown, there was cooking that I did in a very peculiar way. If you want to hear about it, you'll let me know and I'll talk about it. If you don't, I'll just leave that a closed book. Sweet. Well, I look forward to that, Adam. I'll definitely be in Tennessee again because Johnny's Corner, my family, they're there. So thanks again, Lou. Yeah, it was a good show. It was, to be fair. Good morning, Excelsior. Share an observation I've made. It's a bit of on the controversial side, and a number of acquaintances have. We don't really talk politics, religion, anything like that. So if it's anything like that, I'm going to say no. But if you can explain what it is, without getting into politics, religion, or war, then maybe. That's all I can say on that one. And welcome to the channel. So Splinter Cake, many years ago, I made a cake for friends visiting. The wooden spoon snapped in half. Panicked, I dug out the splinters from the mix. Later my friend ate cake. Splinter in it. True fact, Lou says. Splinter Cake. The birth of the unwanted cake. The only cake that I think would actually be somewhat unenjoyable. So Karen wants to hear. Does anybody else want to hear the disaster of attempted cooking when I was age 18? You as well, Dorothy. Okay. If we get one more person, then I'm going to embarrass myself. But it's life, you know, it's yesterday. Doesn't matter anymore. So I'm just seeing. Oh, Lou, you would have to chip in. Okay, so I invented a form of cooking when I was 18. Bearing in mind, I lost my father when I was nearly 16. I was basically on my own at that time, and I was supporting myself. I came up with the idea of melting lead on the cooker. Not a very wise thing to do. Forgot about the pan, and the pan actually melted. It had been on there that long. My cooker for that particular month was ruined, and I was hungry. So I thought, what am I going to do to have food without having to go out, so I can clean this mess up of all the molten metal all over the kitchen worktop and the cooker? I decided on having pasta, and I thought, pasta, it cooks in water, so what's an easy way of cooking on water if you haven't got a cooker? Yeah. Well, I decided to invent kettle cooking. You heard it, kettle cooking. I filled 3/4 full the kettle with water. I put pasta into there and I boiled it a few times and tried to cook that way. Unfortunately, I'd pressed it so much that the element in the kettle failed and the trip switch on the kettle fused out. But I decided, as I'd already mostly cooked it, I'd go ahead and try it. And the pasta was very soft but crunchy on the ends. Got a wasp. Right, got it. It moved. And again, that was not a good idea at all. Hi, Easy Home Cooking. Nice to see you. And that was my negative experience of kettle cooking. Cooking without a clue, on a budget, and making a disaster called pasta forget-me-not. Well, if you made that dish, you certainly would never ever forget about it. And no matter how much sauce and condiments I put on it, just didn't taste quite right. So kettle cooking, I should maybe put that one in Lee's not to cook book, and definitely inspire everybody not to do any cooking. But there we go, that was a former life, and it was something that actually happened. I think about it and I think it was rather funny at the time. But yeah, that was my introduction to the not so easy cooking lessons. And so it is what it is. It's just, I'm not made to be a chef. I support restaurants, businesses, takeaways, because I can't cook. So it makes it easier for them, makes it easier for me. Yeah, Easy Home Cooking, got a great channel, but yeah, I'll leave the cooking to other people. It is just not for me at all. So, but you're right, Lou. Maybe I should do a book, the best-selling How Not to Cook. 50 ways how not to cook food successfully. I thought that would make you all laugh, and I'm glad it has. You know, it were many, many moons ago. 18, I'm now 41. But if I've put a smile on somebody's face and I've cheered people up, hey, that's what life's about. You know, my job's done. So, Bob, have to do everything wrong the first time. That's how you learn. I don't think I ever learn. That's the problem. You know, give me a cooking ingredient, pans, etc., and I can guarantee you, even with a recipe book and step-by-step guide, I'm still going to get it wrong and mess up. That's just how things are. So when I do the live cooking on the wild camp out, let's see how interesting that goes. Going to be catching wild fish and literally cleaning that up and going from there. Lou says, I've just laughed so much, my whole neighbourhood must have heard, and that's so funny. You and I sign from the same cookbook. Glad you, my friend. Well, Lou, like I say, if I've put a smile on your face, I'm very, very happy. Good morning, Peter. Hope you're doing well. So let's have a look at chat again. I know I'm behind. Ooh, go away. Got a little wasp there. Yeah, I agree. Cooking in restaurants is difficult. It's a lot of time pressure, and I'll support the restaurants where I can, not every day, but as a treat, that's what I like to do. So when I do go over to Tennessee, you can guarantee that I'll be finding a local restaurant, sampling local food, and I'll bring you all the experience of that as well. Oh yeah, definitely, Lou. This could be worth a rewatch, I think, for people out there. Bob Kraft peanut butter and jelly sandwich. No, just no. Peanut butter, I don't mind if it's crunchy peanut butter. I don't like smooth peanut butter. I'm not a fan of jelly. So, no on that one. Trust me, Peter, if you actually observe my life and trying to cook, I've had 4 bad disasters. One I've just spoke about moments ago. Another one people know about with the spaghetti bolognese. So no, I'm not a good cook. I don't think I ever would be. It would take some training to change that. Karen, I might just have to write an adventurer's guidebook on that one. A special magnetic north edition. Maybe I'll do that one for when I get members, things like that. Send them all a signed free copy. Guaranteed to make you laugh, if nothing else. Totally agree, Karen. It really is. So, I'm just scrolling through, making sure I'm at the bottom of the chat. Have anybody got any plans coming up that they want to talk about themselves? Things that's going to be happening later this week, this weekend, into next week. So, I'm going to be, as I say, editing videos over the weekend. And talking about videos, I've got something special coming up for you. There's going to be the last mudlark session I did, where I found several complete clay pipes. Some of you will have seen some of the shorts of some of the bits that I found. And that's going to be a 2-parter. So there's going to be the normal Wednesday premiere, and that's going to be 7 PM UK time, 2 PM Eastern Standard, and 1 PM Central Standard Time USA. Plus 1 hour for France, Belgium, Netherlands, Sweden and Germany. So that'll be at 8 o'clock their time. And then on the Saturday of the same week, there's going to be part 2. And part 2, you do not want to miss that one. That's part 2 of the mudlark. And as I say, that is the last of the mudlark ones until I meet up with mudlarking with Steve again. So that's exactly what's going to be happening. Will I be live next Thursday? I hope to be. But we have got a heat wave next week, so I don't know. I'm going to say there's going to be a community post written on Tuesday next week on my YouTube under community tab, and that is going to say whether I'm going to be live or not next Thursday. If I'm not, it's basically because it is too warm. Dorothy, I hope you have an excellent camping trip, and really hope that you get to enjoy that and enjoy some quality time doing what you love. I'm really glad to hear that you're actually going out. That's made me happy to hear that. So go and enjoy yourself, please, Dorothy. So let's have a look through. I know I've missed. Did you do any cooking lessons at school? Yeah, that's another story in its own right. So when I was at school, I did take cooking lessons. I was so bad that after just 2 weeks, I was transferred from home economics over to woodwork and metalware, and I failed at the woodworking as well. I just didn't enjoy making things under pressure, what I was told to make, but I do enjoy making woodwork out of things I like to make, small carvings, things like that. Peanut butter and banana. Now that I have actually tried, and it's not a bad dish. You make a smoothie out of it, and it tastes really good, to be honest. So Loopy Lou's wanting the first issue of the book. Well, there's only going to be 50, so it'll be the first 50 people that will be members that actually get that book. It won't be rewrote again. But if you do want such a inspiring, non-inspirational book, don't know why you would, I'm going to start writing. Let me know. If it's something you want, I'll definitely bring it you. If you don't, it's just a bit of a laugh, bit of fun. No, I'm not Peter. It makes me think, well, I'm probably on my own for a reason, because people can't put up with my cooking. So yeah, it's just facts of life, you know. So let's have a look. Gonna be hot. Too much to do this weekend. Weeding council land in front of our own paved area. Yeah, that's always gonna be a problem. Time of year, wild plants, weeds, they do grow a lot. Okay, so yeah, okay, Lou. I'm gonna start writing. I can start doing that whilst I recover. Gives me something to do. Oh yes, Peter, I'm same river further up. Let me just show you. So we've got this island here. This is an island that I find fossils on. This is a bit that's dried up. And then we've got this bit here. I'm not next to the main river, but this one is a bit further up from where I live, 15 minutes walk. The last location, that was only 6-7 minutes walk from the house. But you get petrified wood, fossil leaves, fossil seeds, tree and plant matter fossils in here, but that's it. There's nothing else in here. You get the odd piece of litter which I keep clearing, but yeah, it is a beautiful spot. Yeah, Adam, a peanut butter and banana chocolate shake is amazing, and if you top that off with some whipped cream as well, and put some strawberry sauce on the top of it, it makes a really nice smoothie ice cream type sundae as well. So I'd definitely give that a try if you could. So, oh, Dorothy wants a copy as well. Right, okay, folks. You've now inspired me to do something that I've not done in a long time, which is writing. When I used to write before, it was history notes, research, archaeology. But if you want to have a funny how not to cook cookbook by Magnetic North Adventures, then so be it. It's going to be done. So let's aim for a Christmas time release on that one. And that'll be in a PDF file that can be downloaded. And then that can be sent to people that's members at a later date. It is a beautiful area, Peter, and I do prefer the other spot, but this is my meditation zone, so this is where I come for that. Can't all be good at everything. We shouldn't compare ourselves to others. You do what you enjoy. You can try new things. You might take to it, might not, but do what you can and enjoy. Yeah, I totally agree there, Lou. Really do. And my thing is obviously the history. So, yeah. No, that's the thing, Lou. It wouldn't actually be anything that anybody can buy. So, YouTube releases a thing called memberships, and you can get those for as little as 99 pence a month. Gets you behind the scenes footage, perks, things like that. So, yeah, maybe when I get to that point, I'm only 200 hours away from having memberships now. So I should be able to have memberships from August time. So if you want to have that book, then let's aim for a Christmas release on that one. So, oh, spiders. Go away. Don't like spiders. Don't mind them, but I don't want them on me. Well, if Lou can't have peanut butter, I'm sorry, but that's just more for me. I actually love the stuff. So, yeah, Adam, I really do think that you should try that particular peanut butter dish. If you do, remember you heard it here first. And if it's a success for you, I'm not writing it in the book, because That's not what the book's about. So yeah, totally agree with that one, Bob. Thank you, Dorothy. Really appreciate that. So Loopy Lou says, Peter, exactly, enjoy craft, a lot of different crafts, try things, some I struggle with, some I don't and enjoy, but I've tried. Quite solitary person, happy crafting, cooking bypassed me. Okay, well, as I say, crafting is good, and if anybody wants to do any sharing of crafts, you've got my email address, let me know, and I'll let you know what I think of the items that's being made. And anybody want to send me invites to meet up, let me know. I'll try and arrange it. As I say, next year I am hoping, I want to go to the United States twice next year. So once I want to meet up with Dorothy over there. I want to meet up with Aqua Donkey Prospecting. Hi Yogi, nice to see you. I hope you're enjoying that nice lovely walk. It sounded like something that's peaceful. This here, this island in the water, that's one of my meditation zones. And this fallen tree as well where I'm sat currently. So just a Yogi doing burpees in his basement. He's got a very interesting channel as well, and just breathing exercises, yoga, talks about a lot of interesting things. So if that's your thing, head over and check him out. If it's not, it's not, you know, it's just one of them things. Only bad recipes in the book, right? Yeah, only bad recipes and how not to cook and funny moments will be in that particular book. And then the second book is going to be Adventures with Magnetic North, and that's going to be serious. Hi Margaret, hope you're doing okay. But yeah, the serious book, The Adventures with Magnetic North, I'm going to be explaining basic survival skills and things like that. Things that I'm doing out there to basically improve the environment in the safest ways. And how to do the treasure hunting safely as well. So again, it's probably not of much interest to many people, but all the same, it's something that I think if it's there, it's there, and it leaves the knowledge for somebody else. So let's have a look at this beautiful water again down here. So peaceful. There is a few fish in here further up. I have seen small wild trout in here. At the moment it's a bit low for them to come this far down, but certainly up there further up into the valley I've definitely seen them. Nine people in the room with 22 likes. I really thank you very much for that. It does mean the world to me, and I love each and every one of you for spending a part of your day with me. Words just can't gratify how much you all mean to me, but you do, and just want you to all know that. So here we go. What's been said in chat? So for those of you that are not modded, please go and check each other out by writing names down, looking at content if they do that. And if you want to subscribe to each other, please do. We're all friends here. So thank you very much, Margaret, for that. So I was just saying earlier, I'm going to be doing the metal detecting, the history walks, the town tours, a bit of wild camping, nature survival, and I'm going to do some more rock hounding, fossil hunting, looking for crystals, minerals near the old mines as well, and on the beaches as well. I will be planning on visits further afield to USA later in the year. And we'll go from there. So yeah, I will be visiting Andrea as well, up near Carlisle in northern England. So that's going to be 3-4 days. We're in the process of sorting that out. So it's basically near the borders of Scotland where I'd be going. Town tours, food testing, things like that. Thanks, Peter, really appreciate that. Good morning, North Texas bird feeder. Nice to see you. Yeah, I think it's still morning. So Adam, I'm sure that we will be able to meet up at some point. As I say, when I come to Tennessee, I'll let you know. And when my flights are booked, and we'll arrange something and go from there. Thank you, Dorothy. Like I say, I really hope you have a really good time next week camping. And I'm really praying that that goes really well and that you're safe whilst you're out there. So I'm going to be ending this live in 2 minutes, just to let you all know. We'll have been on an hour and a half. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining in and for general chit chat. As I say, I'm not sure if next week there will be a chit chat, but I'll let you know on the community post either way. So you'll know on Tuesday what's happening or what's not. But definitely a premiere on Wednesday and a premiere on Saturday. Next Sunday, I might actually take you on the very first metal detecting video that I'll be doing. Right, folks, Soul Stars has gone live. That's another person that I follow. So I'm going to sign off now, and I'm going to go and jump over onto that person's live as well. So have a good day, everybody. Thanks for joining. I'll see you all soon. Take care, everyone. Bye for now. Love you all.